Hello, my name's Adam Moore. This is my Promineo Tech Backend Bootcamp final project. It is a training app. Here are my classes. I have the component scan marker, so it knows which files to scan for. I have my controller here, all of my controllers. So, for example, each one of these has a basic controller, and in these controllers, I put all the operations. It's not a very good example. If I go to client controller, it should have all four operations. So this one has my post mapping operations. It's all my open API stuff. Um, so here's the read, and then update, delete. Um, Pretty much just sets up this page here. And then each one of those has a default controller, and it kind of just references the service, takes all the info, logs it, and then passes it on to the service. Each one of these entities has its own service layer, which implements an interface. So for example, there's the implementing class and then the interface class. So this implements the interface. This just fetches exercises. So for example, you log the info and then create your SQL statement. You take your info you logged and you put it as parameters, and then what you get back from using this JDBC template, what you get back from your server, what data you have, you build the exercise and return it. So that would be an example of your read or get function. So let's get one with all four. So these are actually the DAOs. Before that reference the service, which let's just go for the client, then references the client DAO and the method there to create the client or fetch or update or delete. And then, so it references the DAO, and then it goes to the DAO class, and it actually does those operations. This is where all the methods are for create, read, update, delete. All these are pretty much the same. They log the info that's put in. They put it into an SQL statement. The parameters are put in there, and then for creations, we have a client builder that we use. So in the entities, you have your builder here, and you put all of these different logged data points into the builder, and it creates, in this example, it creates a client. For fetch, it takes all those inputs, puts them into an SQL statement, sends it to your database, and then your database returns the built. In this example, it's a client that it builds and returns it. So that I have all four operations for the client. I just have three operations: the get, read, or the read, update, and create. So to show an example of that, returns a list of workouts given a client ID. And there we go. We get a workout with a client ID of 1. There's another workout with a client ID of 1. It has the details, and later on I'd like to be able to do that, put all the exercise data in there as well. So there's an example of that one. Go down to clients. Let's just say we can, let's create a client. So let's just do me, Adam Moore, random phone number. And proficiency, beginner, execute. So showed that it created that, and here it should reflect that. I have the data here, which gave me the just gave me a little data so I can actually show the functionality of my work with Swagger. So like with this, when I return the client list of 1, or the workout with a client ID of 1, Monday leg push, client ID is 1. We go to here, client ID. So the first one created was John. Monday leg push, Tuesday arms push, client ID of 1. It's the same as right here, Monday, Tuesday. So that is the end of my project.